The Cy-Hawk Trophy. On the one hand, it divides the state. On the other, it brings it together. And everyone across this great state, from Bragg Drive to the legendary water in Ames, know that winning this trophy can have you pedaling toward a high water mark. And the Hawkeyes will put total leather and will get started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Iowa State's offense will have the first possession of the game. The Cyclones just blew away the Hawkeyes in the last meeting between these two.
And those buses in the parking lots for Iowa State tailgates, they have been partying in those for a year after beating down their rivals.
I think Iowa was shell-shocked in that game. They're not used to their opponents being as physical as them, and Iowa State matched that physicality. It was so impressive.
Zings it complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Cyclones come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over. The Hawkeyes offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Coffee. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Going for it all. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. And it slips just inside that right upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Both of these defenses a little bend, but not breaking in clutch situations, David.
It's always exciting when you can go for it on 4th down and you know your defense will make a stand. They head into a field goal, Jesse. It's a pretty good job by that defense.
It is. So if I'm this coaching staff, don't deviate from the game plan here. Go back to doing what you want to do and get established in this game.
They'll go back to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Cyclones are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Got it, looking for a first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. This rivalry is so important to the people of this state, and it dates back to 1894, guys.
Yeah, it goes back a long way. When you watch the...
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Cyclones decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Here's a heat. Unleashes one. A strike downfield. turning it on. Touchdown, Iowa. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
This is a special talent playing the tight end position because he's not a guy that's just going to catch flat routes and block. He's a guy you can line up all over the field. He can stretch the field vertically, shows off his speed. He has very rare athleticism for a guy at his position, and he showed it there on that long touchdown catch.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. He wants to start this drive with a pass. It's complete on the right side. Oh, what a cut! All the way out across the 45-yard line, marking out of bounds at the 46. You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. On the move. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. He's looking downfield to throw. He rifles one deep down the right side. And he dropped it. Incomplete pass in what would have been a huge gain. No defender anywhere around, and he just flat dropped it. Iowa has the ball back on offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Hawkeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The play action fake. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the handoff. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Finds his tight end. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Looking to throw again. They're working that left side. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Cyclones have it in scoring position on first and goal. Touchdown, Cyclones! Fired in from the red zone for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking. You play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost a race.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Smith takes the handoff. Finds a little space. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. They're going to ride this running back. Powers through. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. The Hawkeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Keeps it on the draw. He'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Offense in a bunch formation. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a good gain. And the Hawkeyes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He leaves it with the back. On the move at the 30. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Hawkeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll give it to him again. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws to the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
Got it behind the line. It's Smith. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he's already made 1. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. Field goal is good. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Western Kentucky is getting smoked today. This is an eye-opener. It's the type of game that can just demoralize a fan base. They're trailing by 14 to Wyoming. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He unleashes a long one. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Cyclones send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Corrals it at the 45. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Hawkeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Finds the tight end. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Guys will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Pressure coming. Throwing on the run. He's got it on the right. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. To the air, it's Gibbs. He got the back over the middle. They bring him down, but not before he gets a 1st down at the 35. The Cyclones want to move quickly. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. The sure hands, it's Walton. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Cyclones come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. 4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, these fan bases have been hyped, and with the Cy-Hawk Trophy up for grabs, who knows what the 2nd half will give us.
The Cyclones will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the 2nd half. And on the very first play of the 3rd quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Fires to the tight end. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They'll go to the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Under fire. Steps away to find some room. And he's left with no option but to throw it away. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Motion from the wideout. Toss to the outside. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. And the Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. Grabbed in the middle. It's Roberts. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Going to the run. It's Roberts. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
Man, is it nice to be able to hand the football to a guy that can break tackles, that can make something out of nothing. Just, it makes it so much easier on offense. You can hit that big play, the big home run. Just the ability to break tackles can make a back really special. Drive they just put together to tie this football game up. That is exactly what we talked about in the half. Like, coaches circled them up. First drive, set the tone, tie this ball game up. That is great execution out of halftime.
Yeah, David, it looked like they really had a good plan, too. Obviously made some adjustments there at halftime, things that they would come out and try to attack this defense with, and it looks like they found something here, and that is a perfect way to start the second half. Now an opportunity here to take the lead.
Handoff to the single back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Iowa State sending the offense back out. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Gibbs. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Out of the chute. Quick toss to the right. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. And the Hawkeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. The Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the third. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. So we open the final period with a third down play. To the air, it's Gibbs. And it's incomplete on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Bringing the heat. Got his man on the right. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Man, this is where you really hang your hat on your defense. You got to lead late in the game. Offense just punted because they trust you. They can put you out there to get a stop. When you have the lead, get the ball back to the offense. Let's see if this defense can come up clutch.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. To the ground, put it back. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Handoff to the lone back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes the catch. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Hawkeyes with the 1st and 10. They'll go to the counter. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. A little release to the back. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Cyclones with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The run from the shotgun. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Boom. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Shakes off the defender. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He'll sneak it. Oh, no, the ball popped out. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Oh, what a missed opportunity. Got an opportunity. that drive to go take the lead when you're trailing, and now you turn the football over, give the football right back. Defense needs to come out, bail you out, get a big stop, get the ball back so you can try to take the lead.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game, and now
Breaks into the open. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The defense uses a timeout. They want to make sure they have the right call here. Off the play fake. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. And the Cyclones will punt this one away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. And back to the air on second down. Throwing right. And the pass is broken up, incomplete. But wait, there's more. Flag on the field, and it might be against the offense. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Second down, he'll throw it. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He wants a big play here late. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Brings it down on the right side. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry.